Death Blow. Death Blow. Death Blow. Death Blow. Hello, this is Dennis from the Netherlands, and this is Death Blow Podcast.
Welcome back to Death Blow Podcast, a podcast about extreme metal. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos, and listen on Spotify and Apple Podcast, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok to be updated with some news, and I even started to make lives on TikTok. Follow me there. I even have a website where you can find anything and that you can find in the description. Today, a special band from Netherlands. Their name is Misanthropia and their sound is spectacular. If you are curious to know more, I will leave you with the rest of the interview.
Hello,
welcome to Death Blow Podcast.
Hello, can you hear me? I want to test if everything works fine actually.
Yeah, I think that it's fine. I think that is working. Cool. So, welcome, this is me, Darkel. I am the admin of Death Blow Podcast. Welcome. So, how is it going?
Yeah, actually pretty good. Today we received actually our first review of the new album. So, that makes my Monday very good actually. So, yeah.
Anyway, I'm very curious about your band. I was listening this album, And by the Dead. And I think that is very interesting, the entire band work. So, first of all, how it all started, this Misanthropia band?
Oh, it's a long time ago, because I'm actually pretty old, I'm 45, and Bram Koller, the singer and the guitar player, we played together since 1998, something like that. And then we start some death metal bands, and also we play together in a gothic band, and that has no success, and the atmosphere was not so good in the band, also unstable lineup and stuff. And then we met a really good drummer in that period, and I was really into Dimmu Borgir and stuff, and Cradle of Filth as example. And we're writing the songs, and then we did the first release, Rise of Necropolis, already in 2006. But the band was really started at 2004, but the time was really different in that period, especially also the cost with studio, and the costs in that period much higher than these days. And we always to progress to get better songs and to get better material, and then I think that lineup was for 8 years or something, and we did with that lineup 2 albums, and this is already our 5th album now. And because we are always in progression to writing stuff and always get better in other guitar tones, and working with nice people, of course, but always with people that have much more, the level is much higher than we on that time were, so that you can also grow in your as a musician, but also working on your songs and stuff. And so I'm very happy with your answer that you're liking the production, also the sound. And that's actually our goal also.
How is the lineup now?
It's now steady for 10 years. And we have no lineup change, except in 2017, our keyboard player, he said, Dennis, listen, I quit because I am a truck driver and he's a truck driver too. And we have also a lot of freedom because of that job. And every day we talking, and he said, Dennis, I don't like it, the live playing, I don't like it anymore. And I said, okay. And so he make the tracks on the albums, and he still is doing that. And we're using that live, we're using those tracks as backing tracks. And practical, it's actually works really good, actually, also. But actually, we got for 10 years now the same lineup, so that's actually pretty good.
So, Misanthropia defines its sound, like you were telling before, with death, black metal, with neoclassic influences. Can you explain that better?
Yeah, because I'm, as guitar player, I am really into Yngwie Malmsteen stuff. He is my biggest guitar hero. And also, maybe it sounds funny, but I really like also the old 80s metal, the new wave of British heavy metal, like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and stuff. But especially with the Yngwie Malmsteen influence in my playing and in my interest, that's what I bring a little back also in the black metal atmosphere. But only this album is we give another direction, and so it's not only the black metal style like Cradle and Dimmu Borgir and that stuff, because our previous album was really more into that stuff, but we make a little bit change in the direction in the songs, and that's also the reason, because with the COVID stuff, because there was no time to rehearse, and I was always here in my studio room or testing new guitars or new amplifiers, and I was really focused on the tone. So I did a lot of rhythm tracks, and then came Bram after the COVID, and I sent Bram to the staff under the other band members, and he said, yeah, okay, the tone doesn't matter to me, but those riffs are very interesting. I said, yeah, but it's not like the Misanthropia stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And that was actually a little bit funny. So we, in this case, we get another direction to the songs. And I think also we have maybe for 80% less keyboard parts now on this album. And that's why I'm really happy, because we changed our direction, really, you know. And I'm really happy today also with the review and also with your comments now that you like it. And yeah, that gives me a little bit more confidence also.
Yeah. I was thinking about this new album. It's called Envy the Dead.
Yes.
What are the themes of your lyrics? I was checking out the lyrics, but I didn't find.
It's actually a little bit sick, in my opinion. It was also not my idea of this whole thema, you know. It's going back to 1890, something like that, during the time of Jack the Ripper in England. And he was a serial killer, as you know. But in that time period, the people were really morbid in compared to now, actually. And we going into that stuff, also the necromantic stuff, the serial killing. But there was also Lizzie Borden was a serial killer from the US, and they thought that was Jack the Ripper was coming to America.
Wow.
When they discovered the killing of Lizzie Borden. So we discovered that link. And if you see the album, then you see on the front the girl that is actually Lizzie Borden, and in the mirror you see Jack the Ripper. So that's actually a funny link from us to this album. We make it a little bit an inside joke to us on a very, very sick period, human period actually. And that's actually what the whole album is going through. That all those songs is a timetable of one of those serial killers of victims in that period actually.
Yeah, listening this album makes me think to Dimmu Borgir and hypocrisy influences. Are they a source of inspiration for this work?
Yeah, definitely, especially Dimmu Borgir. I don't know, I listened with Dimmu for so long time, and yeah, it's definitely, yeah. And also, but I think the lyric stuff is actually more like, because also like the British influence, like Cradle of Filth. And I'm a really big fan of King Diamond and Merciful Fate. And I know the lyrics from King Diamond pretty good actually, so it's you can compare it with that style actually. So we make a mix of that. Yeah.
During making this new album, you entered in contact with an important musician from Sweden, Mike Wead. How it happened, your meeting with him?
Yeah, that's a really funny story actually. You cannot I tell you, I'm a big fan of his guitar playing. Especially also, he was before in King Diamond from the band Hexenhaus. And in 2008, I was going to travel on a holiday with a good friend of mine to Stockholm, Sweden. And I knew he lived there. And I said, yeah, okay, but we just in a bar. And he was standing by the man's room, with his hands out to the wall. And I was staring at him. I was staring. And there is an interview, I can send you that. There is an interview that he's telling this situation. And he became afraid because I was staring and he thought that I want to kick his ass. So I said to my friend, I said, listen, that is Mike Wead. But can you imagine, he's my guitar god. When I was really young, I lived with my parents at home. I got pictures of posters on my bedroom, from that band. And he was just standing there to the wall with his arms like this. So I thought, okay, I go to him. And I was standing in front of him. I said, I'm sorry that I'm staring at you, but you're looking like Mike Wead from King Diamond. And he was a little bit in shock. He said, yeah, I am. And the ice was broken on that moment. And actually we became close friends. Because that whole evening we were talking about guitars and touring with bands and stuff, and his previous stuff before it was King Diamond. And then we had contact in that period with MySpace. Maybe you know that program. And we have always contact, and we became so close friends. And he visited the Netherlands here in my house and with my family several times. And he has another band that calls Natas, and we did several shows together. And then since 2008, December 2008, we started recording from our second album. And since that period, he's doing every single album of us.
Yeah.
So, and that's really, really nice to work with. If you're working with people from that level. And that's I always telling to young guitar players, if you want really good, make music with musicians that 10 times better are than you.
Yeah.
Then
totally
you can
true.
grow. It's really, but that's everything in life, probably.
Misanthropia first album is from 2006. How did you guys develop your sound since then?
How we develop? Yeah, it's totally different. Because it was a different lineup. Only Bram and I are just from the same. And the production cost in that time was so high. I remember that I must rent money by my mom and dad for paying the studio, And I was crying, oh shit. And I am still happy that we worked with someone that guy was really honest to us. During the recording, we had no click track. And he said, guys, please stop, go home and go practice. And I said, what? What do you mean? Yeah, because it sounds like shit. And so can you imagine, we pay so much money, and that guy telling us that, because I was really, really in shock on that. And then we were working really hard, but nowadays days, so more than 20 years later, I'm really happy that he was so honest to us. So we are always working for a much, much better process, like the music, the production. And that's if this is the top and we can't hire, then that should be a reason for me to be quit, actually.
So you guys have mixed your previous albums in Sweden. How is important Sweden for your music?
That has several reasons. In my opinion, they have the water, what we're looking for. But I'm really honest, when I heard for the first time the Italian band Flash God Apocalypse, I remember. I thought, here's my guitar, make a coffee table of it or something, do something with. But they have also very good production in Italy, but I'm really confident with the Swedish production all those years now. But if I should change with someone to work, I should visit Italy because those guys there. Because I know the guys from Flash God, they have also did it in several studios in Italy. But yeah, we got just the stample, the marker from our Swedish sound. That's some kind of reason really important for us. And because the rock-wise, what we have with Mike Wead in all those years now, 16 years now, 15 years now. So I'm really, really happy also with that. So it is difficult. We say always it's difficult to change a winning team in this case, for our feelings.
So, are you playing live at the moment with your band?
Yeah, we're playing live, yeah. And our first show is 26th of October. Then we're playing again with Pestilence from the Netherlands, because we have the same booker organization, and that makes us also really proud, because Pestilence is, I think, here the Dutch proud in the death metal scene. Maybe you know them because they are really old. It's a really old cult death metal band, and I hope if we have more good reviews, then we go back on tour with Pestilence again with Europe tour dates. Yeah, definitely.
So, how did you guys start your musical journey, and what are your main influences?
Yeah, I was really young. I think I was 6 or 7, maybe 8 years old, something like that. And I got a stereo installation from my mom and dad, from a build, I remember. But I got no vinyl to play. My dad, he loves Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Uriah Heep, and I remember because if the first album from Uriah Heep was from 1969, and it goes very humble, and you see a guy with a spider web in his face, and I remember when I was a kid, that made so much impression to me. I was in shock. I remember, what is this? And then I put it on the music table, and I turned it on, and I heard the first time the song Gypsy, and there's really distorted guitars also in that time, and that changed my life. And a few years later was a guy. Yeah, we were kids. He lived in my street, and he had a T-shirt from the Number of the Beast from Iron Maiden.
Wow.
But that logo and that artwork, that I was so impressed. I said, "What is that?" Yeah, I have a cassette tape, and he gave me that also from Killers and the Number of the Beast. And then I became 10 or 11 years old, and then I bought my first guitar, and the rest is history, actually.
So, are you signed on a label at the moment?
Yeah, we signed with Wormhole Dead from Italy, and our previous label was Massacre from Germany. It's actually a bigger label, but bigger is not always better. That's I don't want to talk bad about Massacre, but Wormhole Dead is smaller. But I'm really happy with Wormhole Dead, what they are doing for us, actually, because those two girls, Lucia and Natasha, they live also in Italy, and they doing really their best for us. Also, with the social media and stuff. More than the previous label. So I think Italy can be proud on that label.
The problem is with Italy is that the scene in Italy is not very much. Metal music is not very much. There's not many bands here that play metal. Metal is like a subgenre. People are not encouraged to play metal here. And rock music find difficulties to emerge from pop, rock, jazz, or whatever other hip-hop or rap, right now in Italy is so famous, and it's so difficult to make metal emerge, and it's a pity. So what these guys are doing, Wormhole Dead, very good. As an Italian, I'm proud.
I'm really proud of them. Yeah, really proud. But I don't understand what you're telling me, because my dad, when I was a kid, my dad said always, everything from Italy is beautiful.
Yeah.
the cars, the woman, the clothes, everything is beautiful. I did okay. I always remember that, and but I don't understand because from Italy there are so much also very good power metal bands like Rhapsody of Fire.
Yes. Yeah, I know that.
Insane. Because I really love the power metal stuff. Yeah, and then like Flash God Apocalypse, I am sure because when Flash God Apocalypse came on the map on that level, I'm really sure that Danny Field from Cradle of Filth, I think he was in shock. Definitely. Because they put the whole scene in a really difficult market. Yeah. Insane.
Are you planning to record your next album?
I'm always recording new music, and I am very critical in my own period, in my own style, and especially in the riffs that I write. And when I record something, and I have a dog, then I make a walk with my dog, and then I come back with fresh airs. I think 80% I throw away, and 20% can I keep, and then so it costs me always at least more than a year. Then I have the risk for the songs that I want to use for Misanthropia, and then in the rehearsal room we make some pre-production. And because we got the COVID shit, last time, and that was difficult, especially in Italy. Also, what I remember from the news, it was also a hard time. And, but otherwise, it gives me a lot of. It's difficult to say because now it's after. But in that time, I had also more rest because I could do some writing the stuff, and then no one, hey, you have some new shit, but no one was waiting for new albums or something. So we had the time for that, and that's actually this album also. Also the frustration, because in my opinion, during the period where the album is going about, what I say, the people were very morbid, but also during the COVID stuff, the people were also morbid too, in my opinion. So I think it's also a little bit frustration that we had in that album. Yeah, definitely. So, and now we're gonna make a fresh start for the 6th album, but it cost me at least two years, at least maybe 3 even.
Yeah. What I like about this album are the guitars and drums. Very well done, by the way. How much did you work in the studio to reach this sound?
It's insane because we have a really, really crazy drummer. The drummer did the whole job in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. And I remember that Mike was standing. He said, Dennis, I go back tomorrow to the studio because he was here in my place. I picked him up on the airport here in the Netherlands, and then we go here to a studio in my area because we have a high-end studio, especially for the drums. And then he said to me, Dennis, I must check tomorrow. Because I must check it with fresh airs. I'm afraid that I have something miss. He checked, he said, no, we are done. In one day, but the drums, but the guitars, because I have my own studio, and Bram, our singer and guitar player, has his own studio, and we recorded here. I think we did the guitars, we did record it in weekends, so I think it takes 4 weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 8 days, and then I take for myself 1 week for the solos.
So instead, about the album cover, who designed it?
It's a guy from the US, Greg Mott, Luciferian War Graphics is his name. And he's amazing in my opinion. And we did in the past always with Dark Grove. We did our previous albums or actually the third and the fourth album, and he's amazing. But I talked with the rest of the guys, and we said, yeah, we make a little bit direction in the songs. I said, okay, I want also another guy for the artwork, and I just Googled, and I don't know, I came on his page, and I came in contact with him, and yeah, he's very kind, and he works really fast, and he doesn't use AI, and so that was also for me okay. I was really happy with that answer, and it's because he asked me something. I asked him, can you do like this? But I told you, Jack the Ripper and Lizzie Borden, both serial killers, but in the US they thought that Jack the Ripper was coming to America. And he said, I know something, I have my ideas about it. So, and he came with this artwork. So,
wow.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah. How important is merchandising for a band?
I think more than the music. And take as example the guys from Amon Amat. They're selling more merch than the music. And now I have, it's funny that you're asking this, now I have, yesterday I had contact with the guy that's making our album cover, and he's now designing for us a new artwork for the t-shirts, a new design for the t-shirts, because I don't want on the t-shirts the album cover, I want something new. Mm-hmm. And I hope that he's coming with really cool stuff, but it's really important because especially in Italy, I also heard that the local clubs or festival organizations, there is not so much money anymore.
No.
And yeah, you know, the high cost, the traveling cost, it's always difficult.
Yeah.
Last time when we did a tour with Pestilence, a European tour, we play only for the door price, and that was really hard. So we had a really hard period. And but the selling of our merchandise, we that was actually the most important thing. Yeah. Definitely. But you have to invest. You have to invest because the merchandise is also much. The cost of merch is also higher than 4 or 5 years ago.
Is Netherlands a land where metal is supported?
Not really. Compared to Germany, no. The Netherlands, it's the most worst place in the Netherlands is actually Amsterdam. Don't play with a metal band in Amsterdam. Probably you are in an empty room. But in the north and in the south, it's more. Yeah, it's okay. But the people are always standing like this, you know. Oh, yeah, okay, that's funny. Okay, oh, he's good. Yeah, but it's never like Germany or East Europe, like Poland or Czech Republic or something, because that's a totally different story.
Especially in Germany, I guess.
Yeah, Germany is really, really cool. Yeah, definitely. And I have never played in Italy, actually, so I don't know.
So what can you add to finish this interview?
What can I add? First of all, I want to thank you for your time and that you're having the interest in Misanthropia and that you're taking your time to listen to that album. So that's the first important thing what I need to tell. And it was a funny conversation in my opinion. Nice talking to you. Yeah, again, I'm really happy that you're taking your time, and I hope to see you in Italy when we're playing there. I hope.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
And that's all for this episode of Deathblow Podcast. Subscribe, like and share on my YouTube channel, Spotify and Apple Podcasts for the audio version, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok for the news. See you soon, guys!